Hello and welcome to another episode of The Social Connection. I am your host, Luis Mendieta, and today we have Gary Greenfelder and also Amanda Swan, who are part of the GQ band. Is that correct?
GQ Jazz Ensemble, yes.
Okay, well, can you explain to us a little bit about what the name of the band?
Sure. It started years ago when I started the group. It was Gary's quartet originally, so GQ worked. Now we go from 4 to 6, sometimes 7 pieces. So we just came up with GQ Jazz Ensemble. It gives a nice flavor with the Gentleman's Quarterly magazine, and it adds a little bit of a touch of class into the name of the group.
Well, that's very good, very good. And Amanda, tell us a little bit about you. So what do you do for the band?
Sure. Well, I'm a singer in the band, and I also kind of focus on helping Gary market. There's also Gary Greenfelder Orchestra that we're really excited about building a show with. So that's pretty much my involvement.
So what kind of music do you sing?
Well, obviously jazz, yes. But we're focusing more on broadening our spectrum to modern music, kind of appealing to different audiences and doing new things. It's a lot of fun.
Well, that's good. That's good. So Gary, and what else can you tell us about the band right now?
Well, you know, one thing with all my groups is that we always are moving forward. You know, I get bored easily, I guess I would say, and so for me, excitement is always getting new material, and that's what we're really, like Amanda says, we're working on new material. We're going to be doing 70s, 80s, 90s stuff, and we'll probably even take it, after we get that where we want to be, then we'll probably take it even more into the more current years. But the main thing we want to do is have our own taste to all that music and make it our own. So it'll have a GQ sound, so to speak, and Amanda has a great, unique voice. Sandra Bomar always sings with us as well, and she has a real unique style of her own. And I have another male vocalist I have lined up right now that will start working with the group as well. So we have lots of variety and lots of new music, as well as the American Songbook, Cole Porter, Gershwin, Harry Warren, all that stuff, as well as jazz stuff, modern jazz stuff from anywhere from the 60s to the 90s.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, tell us a little bit of the instruments that you guys play in your band. I mean, I know that you have different bands, but for this particular band that we're talking today, what kind of instruments do they play?
Sure, it's a basic rhythm section, which is piano, bass, and drums, and then we have trumpet and saxophone, and that's the standard quintet. Sometimes we go out. I've hired the band out with just a saxophone in the rhythm section where I don't even play as a quartet, or I'll go out on trumpet as a quartet. We can do a trio. Different variations of that. But the goal we're really working towards is like a 6 and even 7-piece band with a male and female vocalist singing with us, so we can offer more of the modern R&B. We're working on Motown, like I said, 70s, 80s music, and just have a nice variety of music so that people that can't afford to have the big band, which does a lot of music in itself, this is a smaller version and different, quite a bit different, but it's a smaller, more affordable band with a lot of variety inside.
And I noticed that, I know that you guys are going to be playing after we have this interview, but you have a rich sound. I noticed that everything that you guys play, we have the different sounds. They use different types. Even the drummer, he used different types of drums. He comes and changes his drum once in a while, and it has a different tune. What can you tell me about it?
Well, you know, it's all about quality of sound and what you're looking for. And modern music has a little different sound, so he uses, I believe, a little narrower drum on his snare drum, which gives him a richer sound, where the larger snare drum gives a little darker sound, a little easier to play soft on. So with that variety, it makes a really distinctive difference in the sound out in front and how far it carries, how rich it sounds. And same thing with the horns. My saxophone player plays tenor sax, alto sax, flute, clarinet, and I play a myriad of different trumpets, flugelhorn. I have a flumpet.
I noticed that. That's one of the reasons why you have it right here.
We talked about showing these. So this is made in Portland, Oregon by Dave Monette. It's a flumpet. It's a cross between a trumpet and a flugelhorn. And Dave Monette designed this horn specifically for Art Former before he passed away, to get the sound that Art was always looking for.
Can you do a little sample just of the sound?
Sure, you want me to play?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's really unique because it doesn't sound like a trumpet. It doesn't sound like a flugelhorn. Somewhere it's in the middle. So it's
Wow, that sounds
So
beautiful.
it's got a nice rich sound
Yes.
without being more brassy like a trumpet is.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
this is, I've had this horn probably 10, 12 years now. It's a great horn.
Wow.
And then we talked about the other horns. This is the next one I've got. This is a Harrelson. Jason Harrelson out of Denver, Colorado makes these horns. These are my new pride and joys. This one is more of a bright sound, good for playing with a big band and lead and has a really good cutting, rich sound. It has a broad bell on it, so it still disperses the room really great, but it's got a rich sound. And then for like the jazz group, although I play both of these, this horn has a really broad taper bell. And it's unique because it's black lacquer. I love this. I was stepping onto my boundaries going to get this horn because I'm so used to brass and lacquer and silver plating and gold. But this has a really nice dark
It looks
sound
pretty
to it.
elegant. I will
Yeah.
say, you know, the color looks beautiful.
Right. Yeah. It's fun to play. It's a great horn, and he's making me some more horns. So if we're back in the future, and I'll have more horns to show you. That Jason does amazing work. And his horns are just amazing, easy to play.
Now, how many horns do you actually own?
I've lost count. I used to have 19 or 20,
Wow.
but I don't have that many. I realized that sitting in the closet, a horn doesn't do any good sitting in the closet. So I actually sold a lot of them. And the main reason is to reinvest, and so I've got a C trumpet, an E flat trumpet, a piccolo trumpet. Jason's making me, I've got a C already, but he's making an E flat and a pick trumpet. So I just traded in some of those horns I had. I had a whole slew of different B flat trumpets, this is a B flat. It's a standard trumpet that us trumpet players normally play in the jazz environment. And I had everything from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s horns, all different horns that I always loved throughout the years growing up and couldn't afford. So I ended up buying a lot of those as time went by. And I had friends that liked them, and so I sold them to mostly friends.
Well, no wonder why your band has such a beautiful and rich sound. You carry so many different types of instruments, and not only in the single instrument, but you also have variations on them, which it creates their unique sound. And that's what it is. A lot of the different bands, they still have the same instruments that they play over and over and over. In your case, you have so many different types that you can bring something different to just make a sound.
Yeah, from song to song, we have a lot of, like, just the core of the sound is different. When I'm playing flugelhorn and my sax player is playing flute, let's say, you know, you get that really nice soft sound with both of those. Or you play trumpet with a harmony with flute is another thing that sounds really great. And so that's the softer, quiet thing. And then you get a horn like my gold-plated trumpet, a little brighter when you're playing something you want a little more aggressive, be a little more aggressive on. That's the right horn for that job. So it works really well.
Well, that's good. And for the point of view of a singer, what is it like to sing when Gary is playing with his band? I mean, you hear all these beautiful sounds and everything. Do you just close your eyes and just start singing, or how do you feel the music?
Yeah, well, I think what Gary was talking about, the fact that there's a combination of so many sounds that you can make just from the instruments, you know, between Gary and Eric, there's like 8 instruments regularly between our songs, and then we also have such a variety of songs that we play and styles. It's so much fun. I think this is the funnest band I've ever been in. And yeah, I think in terms of when it comes to actually playing together, you know, we get together once a week, and what I like to do is just close my eyes, and I can feel when we all kind of, you know, get in a flow together, and it's like magic.
Well, this is amazing. This is amazing. And I'm sure you have more singers too. You know, like the one we're going to hear after too.
Yep. Sandra Bomar.
Sandra is going to be singing some songs too, and everybody's going to be able to hear that too. So I just want everybody to know that what you're going to be playing. What is it you're going to be playing after this interview?
Well, we're playing. We play a mix of a few different things. We try to cover a spectrum. So we've got some standards there. We've got some 60s music. We've got some 80s music, I think it is. And then we played some jazz and a few standards on top of that as well. And we played some Latin. We played, you know, different variations of those styles of music, or periods of music, I guess you would say. So we've got a nice little variety of tunes that we played today for for you guys to listen to.
Yeah. Well, I do want everyone to enjoy it, listening to this band, because Gary Greenfelder has such a beautiful sound, and also Amanda sings beautiful, and everybody else who sings here and who's gonna sing today too, it sounds great too. So I just want everybody to know and enjoy it. So coming up, we have the GQ band,
Yep.
which is
GQ Jazz Ensemble.
GQ Jazz Ensemble. Sorry, yes, it's coming up. So please stay tuned and listen to it.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, well, wonderful, you walked by. I was singing a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, a flash, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. Well, one look and I get timber. Oh, watch out for blind glass. The ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, and I went to a spin and I started to shout out and hit. This is it, I see it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Oh, a flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. Well, one look and I yelled timber. Oh, watch out for blind glass. 'Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, and I went to a spin and I started to shout out and hit. This is it, I was walking along, I was minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Oh, flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored purple stripe, pretty green polka dotted sky. Oh, flash, bam, alakazam, out of an
I don't need your photograph to keep by my bed. Your picture is always in my head. I don't need your portrait, dear, to keep you in mind. For sleeping or waking, I find the very thought of you, and I forget to do the little ordinary things everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream. I am happy as a queen, though foolish as it may seem, to me means everything. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you. You never know how slow the moment goes till I am near to you. I see your face in every flower, your eyes in skies above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you. You never know how slow the moment goes till I am near to you. I see your face in every flower. I see your eyes, your eyes, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love.
Wow, that was beautiful. It was wonderful. I can't imagine, listening constantly to your band playing like that, especially with all the singers that you have and everybody around you. You make everybody happy, very happy. So
That's what I like to hear.
Oh, well, thank you. I want you to let us know, how can we be in touch with you?
Sure. Well, first off, is the easiest way is my phone number. It's 586-530-8422. That you get in direct contact with me, or you can call Amanda Swan. What is your phone number?
My phone number is 608-212-7189.
Also, we have a website, ggmusicent.com, and Facebook page as well, GQ Jazz Ensemble. And we're excited about the new music we're getting from the studio here. So we have more material coming up soon on our website. You can also check under my name, both Gary Greenfelder or GG Music Entertainment, which is my entity, or Gary Greenfelder Orchestra on YouTube, and you'll find a myriad of different tunes that the big band has done. My brass quintet that was here last month, as well as GQ Jazz Ensemble.
Yeah, and I want everybody to know that this is not the end of Gary yet. We actually have another show coming up, which is going to be with the big band.
Yep, Gary Greenfelder Orchestra.
It's coming soon with the big band and like the 1940s, which is beautiful. It sounds great. And we're working on doing that kind of show, for all of you, for those ones who love music and enjoy the 1940s. I think it's going to be a great show. So, but is anything else you would like to tell the public about anything?
I would like to tell them that we play with the big band at Club 54 in Sterling Heights the first and third Thursday every month, and it's a $5 cover charge. You can find that on Facebook posts if you become my friend, either Gary Greenfelder or Gary Greenfelder Orchestra. Or you can get our emailing address by sending me an email, and if you go to, you can message me through Facebook with that, and I will add you to our email list. But we do it twice a month. We do a variety of big band music, and we have guest artists all the time. So the lineup of vocalists and the instrumentalists change for guests all the time, and we have a lot of fun with that group.
All right, well, Gary and Amanda, thank you very much for being on our show, and till next time, and thank you for watching The Social Connection. I am your host once again, Luis Mendieta.